proposed that psychological development in childhood takes place in a series of fixed stages. These stages are known as the psychosocial stages of development. There are a total of 5 stages altogether. However, it is important to take note that Freud used the term sexual in a very general way to mean all pleasurable actions and thoughts. Each of the stages is represented by a particular conflict that must be resolved before the individual can successfully advance to the next stage and grow as an individual. If the needs of development at any particular stage are not received enough or too much, it may result in frustration or indulgence, which may result in the fixation at the particular stage. The first stage is known as the oral stage, which takes place from birth to 1 year old. During this stage, the sexual energy is centered in the baby's mouth. It gets much satisfaction from putting all sorts of things in its mouth. The baby's activities at this stage are oral based, such as sucking, biting, and breastfeeding. Successfully moving on from this stage leads to the formation of the capacities for independence and trust. However, too much or too little gratification during this stage will lead to the oral fixation, which may result in smoking or nip biting. The second stage is known as anal stage, which occurs from 1 to 3 years old. The sexual energy now becomes focused on the anus, and the child derives great pleasure from holding in their feces and then defecating. During this time, the parents will normally use this chance to start toilet training their child. Harsh toilet training can lead the child to have an anal retentive personality, which is obsessively punctual and may be tight-fisted, and would not like to share with others. The opposite of it is the anal expansive personality, where the toilet training is too lenient and the child will grow up to want to share things with you. The third stage is known as the phallic stage, which occurs from 3 to 6 years old. During this stage, the male child might develop Oedipus complex, whereby he develops sexual desires for his mother. He wants to possess his mother exclusively and get rid of his father to enable him to do so. The female child, however, will gain Electra complex and develop sexual desires for her father. The child might develop penis envy and blame her mother for her castrated state. She might resolve this by substituting the wish for a penis with a wish for a baby. The next stage is known as the latency stage. This occurs from 6 years old to puberty. No further psychosexual development takes place during this stage. The sexual impulses is dormant. Freud taught that most sexual impulses are repressed during the latent stage, and sexual energy can be sublimated towards schoolwork, friendship, and hobbies. Much of the child's energy is channeled into developing new skills and acquiring new knowledge. The child will largely play with children of the same gender. The final stage is known as the genital stage, which occurs from puberty to adulthood. During this stage, sexual instinct is directed to heterosexual pleasure, rather than self-pleasure like during the phallic stage. After that, we may settle down in a loving one-to-one relationship with another person. The end.